Welcome back to Let's Play Chrono Trigger, with me, Get Daved. I tinkered with the audio a little bit, well actually in the last video too, but hopefully it sounds clearer. It sounds clearer for me, and that's what I actually care about, so you're just gonna have to deal with it. Welcome back! So we're on our way to crack Magus's skull, and anyone else who might be there. I guess we don't necessarily have to crack his skull, but we would like to defeat him in combat. I just like to use the expression, crack some skulls, and put myself into a grammatic corner. So, I don't know if you remember this, but one person mentioned a gaggle of ghouls that went into a cave or a mountainside nearby. That's this place. Frog's just gotta be emo one last time. Cyrus is a bloodthirsty child killer. Yeah. And apparently don't have the sort of social skills you need to not get beat up by a gang. Fantabulous. I always kind of was upset that they said Glenn was better with a sword than Cyrus, because they already have this, like, mythos around Cyrus. And like, man, if Cyrus was here, everything would be okay. And you know, if Glenn's better, or Frog's better, and I've had him in my party, I don't know, it's less exciting for me to think I could have had one more crappy party member. Like, he wouldn't be quite as good as Frog. Frog's pretty good, don't get me wrong, but he would be worse. That always upset me. I cannot count the number of times I lied awake at night crying myself to sleep because of that fact. Alright. Or shove it in the ground. If we were playing the DS or PlayStation versions of this game, we would get a cutscene. And then we would watch this scene. And you're hearing Frog's theme in the background. He will never do that again. Like, I hate to say it, but if you can cut a mountain in half, he should be able to one-shot Magus. But that's not the case. Alright, he's got the Masamune equipped. If you give him the hero medal, that ups his critical hit rate. I'd say it's probably better than the power glove at this point. And, everything else looks to be in order, so let's go for it. Now, I'm taking Marl with me on this one, partly because the enemies in here are highly vulnerable to magic. And it's worth pointing out that for only 2 MP from Frog and Marl, you can use Ice Water, which hits all enemies with double power, or with their combined strength. It's absolutely amazing. We're going to be using it a lot in this upcoming area. I'm going to avoid some of the fights, but, you know, I will still be engaging in a large number of them. If you're playing a normal game where you're confronting a lot of the enemies, I would say you want to be on... Did I just use Ice Sword? Ah, frack. Well, let's overkill that gremlin, shall we? I'm kind of disappointed with that thing's effectiveness, too. Well, this is Frog's normal magic attack. It's as powerful as it looks. Actually, physical attacks worked pretty well. I think it's the gremlins that don't work so well. I don't know. I'm just gonna spam Ice Water. And I'm gonna totally kill this horde. You actually have to have back-to-back, or you get back-to-back encounters with these guys. That's alright, because again, we have Ice Water. And they're all gonna be dead now. It's 10 easy tech points. The enemies... At this point in the game, the enemies are consistently giving you more than one tech point. Before, it used to only be enemies where you could clearly see two guys and, you know, the occasional exception. So now you can get tech points a little bit faster. I would argue twice as fast. I'd also like to mention that in the upcoming area, Magus's castle, there's a lot of enemies that are vulnerable to fire or water. Against Magus himself, this is my preferred party as well. Although if you brought Luca instead of Marl, beware, gotcha. You would be covering more of your bases. I'll just put it that way. All right. Let's go, Magus. And what's that bat following me? I'm sure that'll be of no consequence whatsoever. I don't know if they're trying to show perspective or if they actually built it with the towers leaning in slightly. Also, I don't really know what the... I guess it's a dragon. I don't really know what its deal is. I guess just to scare me in the moonlight. I bet it would be half as scary if we came on a full, or on a new moon. Hey. Haha. Wanna play? I find this mildly creepy. I guess we'll just walk back. Over here, depending on who's in your party, you can see different people. Wanna play? Your little treasure there. Please return to the castle. Yay! What's creepy is how she knows, you know, that I've been somewhere since the festival. Alright. It is now introductions time. The bat seems to like him. You don't actually have to defeat 100 beasts. I interpreted that very literally as a child, and yeah, don't you worry about it. But if you kill all the enemies, you will hit well over 100. This is also the first place in the game where you get great experience. 500. Boom. I think it's better to go this way first. That's just an Omnicron and some of those corpse dudes, not even the hard ones, so I'm not going to bother fighting them. You can if you'd like. But, ha 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 ha. Alright, we're gonna kill these guys. Gonna kill them the old-fashioned way, and then that'll be the end of the video. Super high critical hit rate for the Masamune. Always nice. Come on, I got a video to end. And I'll see you next time on Let's Play Chrono Trigger.